Dear Dorothy, this new company, Temu, is offering big deals. Potentially bigger risk here?
If you are doing anything, I need you to stop right now and listen to this.
Buying from the Chinese website could come at a cost.
How can they price things this low? And if it's real, what's the catch?
On other sites.
You've probably seen the barrage of orange ads for it that came out of nowhere. So what's the catch? Sharon Yu has what you need to know before you buy.
They say every deal comes with a price, but what if the price is your trust? Temu, the e-commerce giant that's been taking the world by storm, offers deals so good they almost feel like a scam. But behind those too good to be true prices lies a story of loopholes, controversies, and strategic maneuvers that could make even the most seasoned business leaders sweat. Stay with me, because what comes next will redefine how you see the future of business. How did Temu rise to power amidst such chaos? And more importantly, what does this mean for the future of business?
I love Temu. They have everything you could ever need.
So excited!
Temu is one of the fastest growing online stores in the country.
How it all started, Temu's bold move. Every empire has a beginning, and for Temu, it was a blend of vision, failure, and relentless ambition. To understand how Temu pulled off what seems like a business magic trick, we need to start with the man who set the stage, Alan Huang. Born in 1980 in Hangzhou, China, Huang's early failures taught him a valuable lesson. If at first you don't succeed, pivot until you find something that works. Just hack the system. Huang's first venture, an online advertising company, was far from a blockbuster. But what it lacked in success, it made up for in lessons. Lessons that would later fuel the rapid ascent of Pinduoduo, PDD, in 2015. Pinduoduo wasn't just another e-commerce platform. It was a revolution. Huang introduced the group buying model, a scheme where customers could band together to buy in bulk at rock-bottom prices. Sounds like a win-win, right? Well, it was, for Pinduoduo, at least. By 2020, PDD wasn't just surviving, it was dominating the Chinese market. Huang wasn't done. No, the man had a bigger plan. Enter Chen Lei, the strategic mastermind and Huang's right-hand man. While Huang was the visionary, Lei was the executor. Together, they didn't just want to conquer China. They wanted to take on the world. And so Temu was born. But as Temu set its sights on global dominance, the real question was, how would this ambitious company fare outside the familiar territory of China? Could they replicate their success on a global scale, or would they crumble under the weight of international scrutiny? Stay with me as we explore how Temu's global ambitions set the stage for one of the most controversial rises in e-commerce history. Temu's world domination plan. Temu didn't just want a piece of the pie, it wanted the whole thing. Here's how it set its sights on global conquest. Temu officially launched in the United States in September 2022. Now, breaking into the US market is no small feat, especially for a Chinese company with a business model that, let's just say, raises a few eyebrows. But Temu didn't just break in, it bulldozed its way through. Within months, Temu was a household name, offering everything from clothes to electronics at prices that made even Walmart look expensive. By March 2023, Temu had expanded to Australia and New Zealand, and by April, it was in Europe, planting its flag in markets like France, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Spain, and the UK. Not one to stop there, Temu soon spread its wings to Latin America, and by January 2024, it had landed in South Africa, marking its presence in 49 countries. The message was clear. Temu was here to stay, and it was here to disrupt. But all that glitters isn't gold. Temu's meteoric rise was shadowed by a series of scandals that threatened to bring the whole operation crashing down.
Attorney Steve Berman represents the plaintiffs in one of the lawsuits. You're alleging that Temu is collecting text messages and photos. What proof do you have?
Various experts who have studied the Temu application, and there's a wide consensus that it is the most dangerous app in America.
Success often comes with skeletons in the closet. Temu's rise was no different, filled with controversies and secrets that nearly brought it down. Temu's rapid expansion came at a cost, one that others had to pay. The company was soon embroiled in allegations of selling counterfeit goods, Rivals like Shein didn't take kindly to Temu's tactics and responded with a barrage of lawsuits. One such lawsuit, filed in a Washington federal court, accused Temu of encouraging its sellers to offer counterfeit products, which, unsurprisingly, didn't sit well with consumers or competitors. The counterfeit goods were just the tip of the iceberg. Temu's labor practices were thrust into the spotlight, reports linking its supply chain to forced labor in the Uyghur region of China. The House Select Committee on the Chinese Communist Party didn't hold back, accusing Temu of exploiting trade loopholes and avoiding human rights reviews, all while undercutting American retailers who were paying their fair share of import duties.
People who manufacture their goods spoke in this article and they remained anonymous for fear of losing their livelihoods. We're working for Temu for free so that Temu can attract more American customers, says Sandy.
The legal battles didn't stop there. Temu found itself in a heated rivalry with Shein, both companies accusing each other of everything from design theft, unfair business practices. It was a no-holds-barred fight for dominance in the fast fashion world, and the blows were brutal. Meanwhile, Temu's expansion into South Africa was making waves for all the wrong reasons. Local companies like Takealot found themselves unable to compete with Temu's prices, leading to significant disruptions in the market. The South African government reported a significant loss, claiming that it had lost 3.5 billion South African rands, approximately $190 million due to Temu's operation.
Now, the South African Revenue Services has announced last month that it would apply new rules to both Shein as well as Temu. SARS Commissioner Mr. Edward Kisweta said they would continue to clamp down on these retailers as the amount of tax losses they've now incurred amounts to 3.5 billion rand.
This financial impact has ignited a nationwide debate about the influence of global e-commerce giants on local economies. The question now isn't just about the lost revenue, but about the broader implications for South Africa's economic future as it navigates the challenges posed by such powerful international players. According to a report by Daily Maverick, Temu's entry into the South African market has had profound economic implications, including a significant loss in tax revenue and challenges for local businesses. But while Temu's controversies are enough to make any company falter, they were just beginning. How did this e-commerce giant manage to not only survive but thrive amid such chaos? The answer lies in their strategic maneuvers, and in the next chapter, we'll uncover the ruthless strategies Temu used to crush its competition. Temu didn't just compete, crushed the competition, leaving even giants like Amazon and Alibaba scrambling. In South Africa, local retailers were forced to rethink their entire strategy. The National Clothing Retail Federation reported that businesses faced significant challenges due to Temu's aggressive pricing, which left many struggling to keep their doors open. Takealot, South Africa's largest e-commerce platform, was one such casualty. Despite its dominant position, Takealot found itself outmatched by Temu's low prices and efficient logistics. It was a classic David versus Goliath scenario. Except this time Goliath was winning. But how did Temu manage to maintain such low prices? The answer lies in their business strategy, one that was as brilliant as it was controversial. Temu's secret weapon, the Minimis hack. By exploiting legal loopholes, Temu managed to do what others couldn't, offer unbeatable prices and bypass regulation. Temu's success was fueled by its clever exploitation of the Minimis provision, a legal loophole that allows goods valued below a certain threshold to enter countries duty-free. By keeping product values just below this threshold, Temu was able to offer consumers ridiculously low prices while avoiding customs duties. It was a strategy that was both genius and borderline unethical, but it worked. Temu also employed a direct-to-consumer model, cutting out the middlemen and reducing costs even further. Bulk purchasing and strong supplier relationships allowed Temu to keep prices low, while their sophisticated logistics network ensured that products reached consumers quickly and efficiently. Even their shipping strategy was aggressive. Temu offered free international shipping, a perk that even local companies struggled to match. It was a game of chess, and Temu was playing several moves ahead. Temu's fight for reputation. With scandals in the rear view, Temu's relentless rebranding campaign shows that survival isn't just about winning, It's about controlling the narrative. Despite the scandals, the lawsuits, and the ethical concerns, Temu continued to grow. They invested heavily in rebranding efforts, including high-profile ad campaigns during the Super Bowl, to reshape their image and win over skeptical consumers. And it worked. Temu's brand became synonymous with unbeatable prices and convenience, overshadowing the controversies that once threatened to derail its success. But beneath the surface, the ethical questions remained. Temu's story is a cautionary tale of how rapid growth and global expansion can come at a steep cost, both in terms of ethics and long-term sustainability. As we wrap up Temu's story, we're left with powerful lessons and even bigger questions about what comes next in the world of business. The story of Temu has given us a glimpse into the lengths a company will go to dominate a market. But it's just the tip of the iceberg. The business world is full of stories of individuals who, against all odds, have built empires that changed the world. But what if one of these empires was built by someone so elusive, so shrouded in mystery, their rise to power feels almost unreal? In our next video, we're diving into a story that's even more mind-boggling, a tale of an unknown figure who quietly became the richest person in China, leaving the biggest names in business in the dust. This is not just another rags to riches story. It's a journey into the world of a man whose strategy and vision redefined success. So, stay with me, because what you're about to discover will not only surprise you, it might just change the way you see the future of business. Who is this unknown mastermind, and how did he pull off one of the greatest business coups of all time? Click the video on the screen now to uncover the secrets behind the rise of the man who built Temu into a global phenomenon, one calculated move at a time.